FunSpot America has just announced that their Atlanta location will be closing after 36 years of operation on August 2nd, 2026. In today's video, I'll provide my thoughts on the closure, list off 10 different parks I could see Arieforce One going to, and provide my thoughts on where I think the other two coasters could go. First off, I'm glad that FunSpot actually gave us notice, unlike Six Flags, to Arieforce and FunSpot Atlanta closing. While it's definitely not ideal that they only gave us a little over 1 month window, it's still better than nothing. The biggest loss here is definitely going to be Arieforce One. It's only 3 years old, and in a lot of people's top fives, it's personally number 2 for me right now. While I am optimistic that Arieforce One is going to be relocated, there is still definitely a chance that it might not be. And even in its new location, it's not going to be a walk-on like it was at FunSpot Atlanta. One of the great parts about this ride is the fact that there was no line and that you could just get right back on over and over again. I personally got 16 laps in on it. As for the park itself closing, it's always sad to see a park close, whether it's a small family entertainment center like ZDT's or a big park like Six Flags America. I don't see the future of this land being used for a family entertainment center or theme park, however. The most likely scenarios are it's torn down to make room for other businesses, apartments, or a data center. As for potential locations for Arieforce One, I came up with a list of 10 different parks that could potentially get Arieforce. The first park that jumped to my mind that Arieforce could get relocated to, and one I think a lot of you probably expect it to be relocated to as well, is Wild Adventures. It's not super far away in Valdosta, Georgia, and it should be a fairly easy relocation. If Hershend wants to add a cheap thrill coaster to this lineup to replace Cheetah, this should be the perfect option. Hershend has worked with RMC in the past, and I'm not sure if they'd need to relocate it, but if they needed to, then the relationship is still there. The second park I could see Arieforce One going to is a bit more unrealistic than Wild Adventures, but I could still see it happening, and that's Lake Winnepesaukah on the Georgia side of Chattanooga. Gene Staples loves new coasters, and with him managing the park now, I could see this as a follow-up addition to the current coaster they're adding. Although this is definitely a smaller park, so I'm not sure how well it would fit in there. The third park I have on my list of potential relocation spots is Codaland in Austin, Texas. While Codaland technically hasn't opened full time yet, if they do well after opening and want to keep the momentum going, I could see Arieforce One being a great addition here. These next 5 parks I see being a good fit for Arieforce One are all part of the new Enchanted Parks chain. These being Michigan's Adventure, Enchanted Parks over Mid-America, formerly Six Flags St. Louis, Valley Fair, Worlds of Fun, and La Ronde. All 5 of these parks could use a coaster like Arieforce One since they have nothing like it. If they have a wooden coaster that could be RMC'd, if they don't want to RMC it, then they can get this instead. Buying Arieforce One as opposed to a new coaster would be cheaper for the Enchanted Parks chain, which would help them after spending a bunch of money buying these parks. And the final 2 parks are by far the biggest parks I could see Arieforce One going to. These are Kings Island and Carowinds. Neither of these parks have an RMC, and Arieforce One would slot well in either one of these. And those are the 10 parks I could see Arieforce One going to. Now let's shift our sights to the other 2 coasters. Since Hurricane is a portable coaster, I could see it going pretty much anywhere, but I see it most likely going to FunSpot's Orlando Park. This would complement the similar coaster at FunSpot Kissimmee, and it would give them another new coaster for relatively cheap. Their Sea Serpent Kiddie Coaster could go pretty much anywhere. It's likely going to end up at another family entertainment center. But that's it for the places I think their coasters could go, my thoughts on Fun Spot America Atlanta closing, and that's it for Fun Spot Atlanta. What did you think of Fun Spot Atlanta? Feel free to share your opinion down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, liking, sharing, and or subscribing would help my channel out greatly. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.